Hi, this is Dana, and on this channel I speak about Gnostic spirituality. I came back with little additions to the previous topics related to your dead ones, because I think it's very important topic. So I thought about it and I asked permission, so God guided me to talk about a few more aspects. First of all, very important is that you claim justice for your dead ones. The same procedure like you ask justice for you. Lucky, sorry, my dog is playing. So the same procedure like you ask justice for yourself. Go please check the video I made on claiming justice, judgment and punishment, so you have there the exact wording that you should be using, because you're the only one left for them here to do this. uh, if they are dead, they cannot do it, although they are very much present here in spirit, but they cannot do it. You can do it from 3D, so you can bring divine intervention and divine support in making justice for that person, for that soul, for that spirit. This is very important that you claim justice for them. And of course, it's very important that you do the spiritual fighting to break the bondage and to heal them. If you go through the procedure, God will help you literally to transmute and heal the pain. As long as you do the spiritual fighting and you cut off the dark entities which were tasked to feed on the individual and to keep the spirit trapped and so on and so forth. I said this before, you can break the bondage for them by breaking your own bondage, because your own bondage is part of the generational curse, which means is rooted in the bondage created on them anyway. So by breaking your bondage, you're gonna be led to their bondage anyhow, because this is the way how you break it. But it's very important that you do it consciously and by your own free will choice. It's not enough that you break your bondage, but it's important that you claim justice for them as well, because as you do this, then that is going to help you and is going to help them as well. And energetically speaking, you will be able to heal them, because they will embody from the divine realm on soul level through you. Uh, it will be a very brief moment, and it will be divinely guided and supported by the divine realm in order for you to transmute their pain and their, because pain and any low vibration emotion, yeah, be it I don't know, depression, regret, missing someone, longing after someone, or everything, all of these emotions are forms of darkness. That's low vibration. Low vibration is darkness, yeah. And it keeps them binded and trapped, as I explained in the previous video, yeah. So once you do the bondage breaking, after you claim justice, then you will have to also heal energetically your dear ones, and you can do this. It's not easy, it's painful, but you can do it for them, and this will not only count as a good deed, bringing you beneficity, but it will also be a very deep healing of your own energy body, because the two of you are linked, yeah. So it's gonna help you as well in a much more deep healing, and it's also gonna be bringing you divine grace, because it's a good deed that you have done for a different individual. And when you do this for the dead ones, it's even more rewarded by the divine realm, for the specific reason which I already said, because they cannot do it for themselves. And imagine what it means if they incarnate through these darkness convent practices, that's not an incarnation. That is body snitching. Yeah, that's totally different. It's a work of darkness. But for them to break their own karma, it means that they need to incarnate through divine incarnation. Yeah, which means they have to. This would take a very long time for them to achieve. So if you do it consciously and you claim justice for them, you write an astral letter claiming justice for them from the karmic board, and you state there that you are willing and to do the bondage breaking and the healing for the dead one, which is dear to you, and the divine realm will help you, and you will be rewarded for this. This is very important. Another matter that is very important, it's important to fight, and I will come back to this shortly. I just want to mention two more things. It's important to consider, in order to help them throughout all of these bondage breaking, spiritual fighting and healing that you're doing for them, it is important because they are being used by these individuals. It is important to take in consideration what was the housing situation for that individual throughout his life. Owning your home with a name on the ownership act is very important, because this allows the spirit after death, it allows the spirit to go to that house, to that land, to that, you understand? So this is an astral law, which it will be a safe place for the spirit of your dead one to go and be protected. Yeah, otherwise God has shown to me that there are spirits which have nowhere to go, and they are binded in a cemetery, and then they are literally enrolled by these convents through the necromancy and the graveyard magic. They are enrolled in these armies of darkness, which they use them as spirits sent to do harm. And they make sure to transform them in poltergeist spirit, to make them starving, so they need to feed in order to be more aggressive when they are tasked to do harm onto others. Yeah, so they are being used basically. Just imagine, you see in 3D individuals who buy dogs, and they teach them to be very aggressive and to be in these dog fights in order to make bets and money and stuff. This is exactly what they do with the spirits. This is exactly what they do with the spirits. And imagine, these are the spirits of your dead ones, of your father, of your mother, of, I don't know, if you have a child who is dead. You need to understand that, and this is important, that you actually learn all of this information so you can actually do something for them while you are here. It will help you as well, because you're inheriting from them whatever is being created on them. You need to understand. Like, for example, these convents, if they want to take you out, say you're a light worker and you're powerful, they will put fake karma, or they will transfer karma to your dead ones, only in order to make it harder for you, because they make a fake convent reunion and judgment and so on, make fake accusations on your dead one, and then they put karma on them, which is not real, but they do it. Yeah, and they, for this reason, they say, because of this we send to them an army of dark spirits in order to punish them for this karma, to pay for this karma, which is not theirs. But it doesn't matter. They made this bondage on them, and they sent this karma to them, and they make this as a generational curse. And we decide that all his lineage, everyone from his lineage, blood lineage, to pay for this. And this is how they get you. because they say, oh, but she has a generational curse or generational karma to pay. But it's not true. It's something that they put on your dead ones, and it's not true for them or for you, but you're all paying it just because these imbeciles create this fake and this is just like a theater. These people are literally crazy. This is just like a movie cinema construction. Literally, they create this out of nothing just because they want to do harm, and they don't want to stop from doing this. This is just literally just crazy. This is very important that you have to fight for them. And for the housing, I want to come back to that. So I said, if he or she owned a house with their name on the ownership documents, they have the right to go to that house, to that place, for them to be protected, to be somewhere, in hiding, if you want to call it. God is whispering to me, in hiding. Oh my God, yes, in hiding. And this is important for them to take shelter from these creeps. It's very important, especially as you do the spiritual fighting for their breaking bondage for them, so they won't be used against you. This is important. And so also, so you get healing. If they don't have that, this is what I want to say. If they didn't have an ownership document, then you can make an astral letter in which you allow them to stay in your house. But you have to make the astral letter in such a way that you make sure that if they are being claimed by a convent, the convent cannot use them to enter into your home. You need to make sure that you use the proper language, and you at all times you must watch yourself and make sure that while you try to help them, you do not do harm to yourself. You do not take upon yourself more than you are able to manage at the time. You need to ask guidance, because there are many portals that are being opened by breaking bondage for yourself or for somebody else. And you need to make sure that you organize your spiritual fighting in such a way that you do not open too many portals that you're not able to manage. This is very important, that you, I mean, in my case, it took me many years in which I gradually introduced, actually God introduced some of the spiritual fighting for my father and for his father and so on, and for other generations, but not all at once. I mean, I'm telling you everything at the same time because I went through it, but it took me lots of years to do it. I didn't do everything all at once. You need to check with your divine guidance. I don't want I mean, I'm focused on telling you how to do the fighting, but I don't want you to get in trouble, okay? You need to ask divine guidance, because everything has to be measured into your own reality, depending on whatever you are facing in your own spiritual fighting, depending on whatever type of gifts and what type of bondages and attacks are sent to you, what kind of gifts you have. It's totally, possibly totally different situations, so I don't want to confuse anyone. Yeah. It is very important for them to, but this is a totally different topic, and I'm not going to go into depth now, but it's very important, the place where they died. And you need to ask this divine guidance on this, because there are many individuals which have been abducted from their original country where they were born, specifically for this reason, so they won't be able to break the bondage, so they can be put in bondage without having possibility to learn, first of all, what was going on. Second of all, because I explained why the statehood rights were created by selling light workers, literally, like slaves, selling them from one country to another. But that happens when you're an infant, when you're a very young child. So, but you need to check if they are in the right place, because you can decide to help them by taking their remains to wherever God says it's best. First of all, I already said about incineration that this is the best option. Second, it might be that the remains of your dear ones should be in a different country, not in the country where you are. Yeah, you need to check on this, and you will get more guidance afterwards. I already explained